said, do I ever get trolls? I have one troll that follows me, but most people I'd say just like they act cool, you know. I try not to make it very fun to troll me either. I think some people make it fun for trolls to mess with them, and so that they like attract that type of attention. I try not to make it fun for people. I need to boot this up. We're gonna beat the game. It's gonna be awesome. What's up, everybody? AEW Dynamite tonight. Oh yeah, that's right. Almost time. Make sure if you're on YouTube, please leave a thumbs up, guys. Let's do the likes. Let's put some likes on the situation here, and also subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Can't wait for Jarrett versus Claudio, dude. I have a feeling he's gonna win with like a sneaky roll up or something like that. I hope I'm wrong.
Welcome, Shrew.
We shall see, though. I mean, it's an interesting story, I guess. I'll have to see how that turns out. Oh my goodness. Let's see. See what we got over here. The tweet is almost on. Dro's in the house. What's up, man? Welcome. And Christopher, welcome. See if I can get into the broadcast here. What a fun game. Ninja Gaiden 2 Black. Very, very epic, bloody affair. Pretty cool story, but, I mean, the story is kind of, it's just enough to hold it together, I think. It's nothing too crazy. It's kind of your normal stuff, like, oh man, the demon crown, and it's gonna help us to, or it's gonna unleash the deadliest of underworld demons onto the earth. But hey, sometimes you don't need the most deep of stories to have just an epic little piece of gameplay. Let's see if I can get in on this. La 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 la. Oh my goodness. They're not making this easy for me. I did, starting with what should be main event become a thing every single time we see this.
Welcome, MR Strange Yawi 86.
Need to figure out how to close out of this. Come on, AEW, you'll be all right. It's like every way that I normally watch this is not allowing me to watch this. What do you mean? Welcome. I've been here the whole time.
Welcome, Ringmaster Mycroft.
Oh, it's Ospreay right now? I wish I could get in here, but it's like the VPN isn't allowing me in, and it keeps skipping over this. Let me see if it'll work this way. Work this way. Archer's not in wrestling gear, so it won't get a makeshift tag match. We'll see, man. Who's opening the show? It sounds like Ospreay. Let's see if I can get this to work. I might be out of luck here until I can find a different way to watch this. Says not available in my territory. It says sold out, actually. It says sold out, not available in my territory. What the heck? All right, let's try this. Very fun, very fun. Kenny got jumps. Ah, they're doing that. Now it's telling me I have to log in. I already did that. What are you talking about? This is so interesting to me. It's like Triller really figured out how to get around this stuff. La 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 Ospreay. They showed it on the Tonytron, huh? Just being on Max, it lets me watch multiple things now. Hockey, wrestling. Oh, nice. See if it'll let me in this time. Can't wait to see Eddie Kingston again. I don't know. Did a friend of yours get blocked for some reason? I don't know what would make you think about that. How about you hang out with us and just talk about wrestling, man? I don't know what would make you even bring that up. If your friend gets blocked in here, they're probably doing something crazy. Yeah, dude, it will not connect. Let's see here. Let's try this. Let's see if this will work. Max will also have Jake versus Logan. I heard Jake versus Logan is not a fight. I heard it's just a show. Here's just like a show with both of them on it. A friend of yours just messaged you? Huh. Well, don't worry about it, man. If your friend got blocked in here, your friend got blocked. He probably did something. Just hang out with us and talk about Dynamite, man. We're not here to politic about why people got blocked or any of that. If anybody ever gets blocked in here, they probably did something. So just tell him don't do stuff. Don't do weird things in the chat, and you won't have to worry about it. It's refusing to connect. What is this about? I can't get in here. Let's see if I can do this. Yeah, I don't know, man. All right, let's see. Possibly. I might have to pull it up on my laptop over here. Let's see if we have this going. I'm gonna get in here eventually somehow. Cage has really stepped up. I think they've just allowed Cage to look presentable. I don't think he's really stepped anything up. I think he's actually a little less as prolific as he was back in like Lucha Underground and stuff. I just think Tony's finally using him in a way that where he's bouncing off of like main event type of guys, and he's letting him look presentable. All right, let's try this. Gosh, it keeps catching me up in this, dude. I don't get it. I can't watch. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm locked out. Anthony, what's up, man? Good match so far, yeah. It probably is. Wish I could watch it. Brian Cage does look kind of funny with his all his new hair and beard and stuff like that. Not used to it. Let's see if we can go here. See if this will work. Oops, don't do that. Christopher, I'm trying to work on this right now, man. Let's just hang out for now. I'm not gonna be answering a whole bunch of questions while I'm trying to get in here. I'll get back to you in just a bit, man. Okay.
Welcome, J Monty's 31.
There is no one quite like Will Ospreay as you are seeing
First thing I
your
hear
eyes,
is
Brian Cage is finding out firsthand. Amazing right there in that replay.
Excalibur going off. There is no one like roar.
Welcome, Telescope Matthews.
All right, now I can see it.
Whoa, and the momentary distraction is all that Brian Cage needed to turn the tables.
Don's back on heads, a little bit more emotional than usual tonight, Don.
I have to be very careful that Will Ospreay doesn't attack me out here.
Oh, for
I love how he's playing the victim. I love it. All right, let's move Ospreay over here.
Excalibur, you've seen this a lot. Brian Cage is a machine, bringing Ospreay in the hard way.
God.
The leg is hooked, and now it's Ospreay's turn.
Okay, let's make Brian Cage a little bigger and move him over just a little bit.
Brian Cage doing a little bit of celebrating, and it cost him, I think.
For a second, but that vertical suplex he's done for a lot of years from the second rope while his opponent's feet are on the
Rawr.
That
There we
takes
go.
So much power, Shivani, to do
All right.
something like that.
Now I'm actually able to see this.
Absolutely, it is. It shows power.
Make sure you guys hit the like button and subscribe to the channel as well.
We know about the power, but the conditioning, the fact that he's able to maintain the pace. You're right. A counter by Brian Cage. Ospreay once again looking for the work on Rana Cage.
My ears, ah! Sorry, guys.
Second one. Heel kick on the jaw. Brian Cage is dazed. Ospreay hasn't lined up. Oscutter, no.
Nice counter, nice counter.
Discus elbow. Strike. Oh. And the lariat. Cage.
And the lariat.
Ospreay here, guys.
Brian Cage sits out. Liger bomb. One,
Get the arm.
two,
Get the arm.
No.
No, but that was such a tough kick out by Ospreay.
Now how am I doing? I'm doing horrible.
Sequence here. Brian Cage
Missed like
really, well,
10 minutes of the show, and people are telling me that I messed their ears up.
Here's the line. Bam.
Yeah, just one-two shot followed up by that Liger bomb. You heard Don Callis say, "Get the arm, get the arm." It's because Cage didn't have the perfect pin on that.
He did not have the perfect pin.
Thus, this match continues. Lariat in the corner.
It's the get my stuffing guy, yeah. But both these guys are that guy.
Callis, you bring up a great point earlier about the conditioning, the cardio of Cage.
Leonidas, Joseph, that's what he looks like to
The
you?
more he has, it really is impressive.
Yeah, I mean, the muscle weighs a lot. He's carrying that around, and he's still staying move for move with a great Will Ospreay. Yeah, Brian Cage carrying 220 plus. Curls up Ospreay on his shoulders and now drives him into the mat. Ospreay off the middle ropes, face first.
A Marvel or DC character, Goki?
Oh, Lance Archer.
Ref didn't see it, but he might have saw it.
Someone woke up Knox now for that one time. This is ridiculous.
Fans want him out, Taz. Yeah, they do, and you see Cage kind of arguing it, but you got to tip your cap to Ospreay. Good match sense, know where he was to use.
Let's go.
As his friend at that moment. Because he could have been beat right there, Shivani, but that bottom rope helped.
That's right, and Lance Archer very, very lucky he's not thrown out, and he's staying there in ringside. He's got one knee on the apron.
Oh, the barricade looks really nice tonight.
Well, friendly fire between the Don Callis family members. Whoa! Oh.
Look at this, my God!
No. Cage hook, Styles.
Oh, whoa, Styles Clash did not look good. Did not look good right there. Wow, he beat him with the Styles Clash. Nice. Okay. I'm down with that. Finally paying some respect to that move. You're gonna be using a guy's finisher who's widely considered one of the best wrestlers in the world. You probably should. It probably should take some people out sometimes.
Trying to cover up his Ospreay.
And you know what?
This is the end of Will Ospreay.
Well, he's a man alone right now.
No one's coming. This is the end.
Will Ospreay wins, but now it's a beatdown after the fact. Yeah, it's every match, dude. It's wash, rinse, repeat on the endings of these matches. Yeah, he didn't get the arm hooked, and he still beat him with it. That's making the move look good, man. If you can even, like, kind of not hit it right, and it's still going to do it, it's still going to get the job done. Kenny Omega with a steel chair. Archer just waits for him to hit him. He bends over right in front of him and waits for him to hit him.
And the big Kenny wielding a chair, keeping everybody up.
Oh, Kenny's not done. He's fired up.
Lance Archer thinking better of it when Kenny Omega is swinging that steel chair.
Well, much as they could try, guys, they couldn't.
It's a standoff. This is where we're going to find out who the sixth man is. Fletcher and Takeshita from behind. Now it's 4-on-2. You want to see AJ Styles versus Will Ospreay again? Did they ever fight each other? I don't remember watching that match.
Fletcher and Takeshita.
Look at this. Looks like maybe stereo pile drivers possibly.
Oh my God. Oh God. Oh, Kenny hit, both of them hit very, very hard.
Brutal move right there. Pile driver sends a message that we're trying to end careers.
Yeah,
no
remember,
question.
Ospreay, of course, with those neck issues that have been plaguing him for over a year. Omega with issues of his own, not only his neck, but that midsection.
Ooh, Goki's got the chicken dinner. I see you, man.
This is brutal, and as we said, Grand Slam Australia is rapidly approaching. What shape will Omega and Ospreay be in?
Bam! It's time to hit Takeshita's music.
And the Don Callis family with the numbers advantage, and as
He's had enough. He's trying to get at Don Callis, but there's just too many numbers every time.
Goki, why you got the Colonel doing that dance?
just over 2 weeks away, Tony, but
Let's go.
Omega and Will Ospreay
In Japan, they fought each other?
Australia.
Look at this. What the hell? Well, this guy's how much
Here we go. More beatdown, guys. More beatdown.
Ospreay might be
You had the burger and fries dinner? From what? From where? Where from, Jay Montes?
How refreshing. Thanks, J Mondes 31.
back on him, inflicting even more punishment as Omega and Ospreay.
Kenny holding that
Salisbury steak night with mashed potatoes and biscuits. Nice, dude.
More than 2 feet of his intestine removed due to that
Oh, homemade.
Jacob
Nice.
45.
miracle, Taz.
It's a miracle he's
How much are Omega's Nikes?
Ospreay's hurt because I know I saw some blood. We can't see
Welcome, Super Mary Dinosaurs.
spitting up or coming out of the mouth of Will Ospreay.
Oh, they're probably like $120 Nikes. They might be a little more than that, actually, because I haven't really seen this color scheme. So maybe a bit more expensive.
Keeps getting swarmed by Fletcher and Takeshita.
They look like low tops, though, so I don't know. Maybe 160, 200, something like that.
Kenny's saying, stop, just hit me instead of him.
They don't look overly crazy.
Well, has the damage been done? Will Ospreay the win tonight by potentially a Pyrrhic victory for him? But in just over 2 weeks, Grand Slam.
Just over 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Reminding me of
AEW International Champion Konosuke Takeshita and Kyle.
reminding me of Total Recall.
And still
2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Riders will face Jeff Jarrett one-on-one. If Jeff Jarrett wins, he will earn a shot at Jon Moxley in the AEW World Championship. Plus our main event, Yuka Sakazaki punch
Yuka Sakazaki.
face the CEO.
We get to hear.
Plus Ricochet and AR Fox will meet one-on-one later on tonight. And with that in mind, let's head to the back where our colleague, the remarkable Renee Paquette, is standing by.
Guys, I'm trying to get a word with Swerve Strickland to follow up with what happened with him and Ricochet in the ring last week.
It's Rainy. Who's that?
Well, he's not in there.
Oh,
What are you doing?
Hangman.
What's going on?
It's none of your business.
Okay, well, can you talk to me about Christopher Daniels and his appearance?
think I can.
oh, he bumped into MJF again.
That is unbelievable. You know, he just walks around like he's king shit. Everybody loves Hangman, though. The fans, no matter what he does, Hangman did nothing wrong. But if I breathe funny, I mean, it's all over for me. I'm just the hypocritical.
MJF, while you're here, can I talk to you about Jeff Jarrett's upcoming match tonight against Claudio Castagnoli? Max, please, can I have your attention?
Oh, sorry, love. ADD. How do I feel?
Who's going off?
I'm not gonna let anybody.
Yuka in the main event. Is that what they said? It was the main event.
Tonight I get to prove that my words aren't just beautiful poetry. No, they're prophecy. See, last week, Double J, I told you that sometimes
Yeah,
you're
Goki,
better
I
off
saw
to
you-
deal with the devil
I saw
than
you
are
doing that.
defying him. And tonight you're
I
gonna
saw
learn
you
that
with the
hard way.
dinner, and he got the
Because
Colonel
tonight,
doing that
you're going
dance.
to have to go out there alone and face one of the most dangerous man AEW has to offer in half man, half horse, Claudio Castagnoli. And that's all because of your narcissism, Jeff, because you refused my sweetheart of an offer. But I got a new offer for you tonight, Jeff, and unfortunately for you, it's one you can't decline. And it goes something like this, Double J. The last outlaws, last ride. Ain't I great?
People are just screaming in the chat in the crowd just to get heard now. They're not even reacting to his promos anymore. This guy's fallen off a cliff recently. I like MJF a lot. It's just ay, man. It's almost like
Welcome, Jay
it
Custom
almost
12.
makes me feel like when Jamie Foxx disappeared for all that time and then he came back and he was all different and weird. It feels like there's like a clone MJF running around right now. and they like missed one key element of his like personality download or something.
It's delicious, Jake Huston 12.
Jake, what's up, man? Welcome. It's like they downloaded all his memories, and then when it was being uploaded, it got to like 99%, and then they had to unplug the cord real quick from the back of his head because he had a promo coming up. So he didn't get like all of his entirety of his personality downloaded into the new clone. The real MJF is off somewhere making another movie or something. Yeah, it was interesting. And he didn't seem mad either, Raw Apollo. The Hangman was backstage and he looked in Swerve's office, or not office, but locker room, and he didn't seem mad. He seemed like he needed to talk to him about something. And that is very interesting. I wonder what's going on there. MJF is still doing good on promos. Yeah, he is still doing good on promos. It's just like Jordan was still doing good at basketball when he played for the Wizards. It's just, you know, there's differences that you could tell, or it's not quite all there. I'm glad I finally got in here. I had to go all around the block and back again to get in this stream here. Ay. But that's the problem is, like, I have super duper legal access to Dynamite, but there's like one piece that is missing, and I'm trying not to like bother people about it because like people have been so supportive and stuff, and I don't want to be like, hey, by the way, guys, can I please so I'm just like, dude, I'd rather just go through some troubles right now to find my way into it. You want MJF to show up in WWE? If he immediately got into a storyline with something like the Liv Morgan stuff, that would be kind of cool. I think that if they try to present him any better than he's been presented here, I think it would backfire because there's like a edge to his presentation that needs to have kind of a something above PG for it to work. Like, his gimmick is not gonna work in a PG setting, I don't think.
Welcome back to AEW Dynamite on TBS. Let's take you back to this past. Well, this was 1 week ago.
I kind of like him where he's at. I just wish that it was a little more interesting over here.
And then this past Saturday at Collision, Tony, it got bloody. It got
hungry.
It got personal between those two men. But right now, I understand.
Tough, what's up, man?
From Powerhouse Hobbs.
Tough is in the house.
It's delicious, MR Strange.
Hey, they showed Hobbs winning this time. Yeah, you're right.
Tonight. But just as we went off that stage on Collision, I told you we're going to hell. But when I'm cleared to come back, I'm going to show you that hell is just the beginning.
Yeah, he's making that face.
It was bloody, it was brutal, as I mentioned.
Let's go.
That's what you have to do with someone like Hobbs. He's not going to stop coming at you. But,
oh boy.
Well, you know what time it is right here. Big Claudio.
The emissary of violence for Jon.
The emissary of violence. He was sitting in the parking lot so long he caught all these parking tickets on him. Claudio's got all kinds of parking tickets. Cesario.
Welcome, Rand Romanolo.
I was just thinking that, Shivani. No doubt about that.
This bout is set for one fall at a 20-minute time limit. Approaching the ring from Lucerne, Switzerland. Weighing 252 pounds, he is 1/3 of the AEW World Trios Champions, Claudio Castagnoli.
It was 1 week ago at Dynamite. Jeff Jarrett, he was making his case. He was saying that this is his year. This is when he will capture the AEW World Championship for the very first time.
Claudio's here. Cesario.
That title, and Jon Moxley, Claudio Castagnoli's boss for all intents and purposes.
And very close friend for sure, Claudio, and obviously
Welcome,
Moxley,
Heartbreak Beats.
Let's go.
good luck to Jarrett.
Jeff Jarrett.
Giant mountain called Claudio.
Good luck to him is right. Let's move Claudio over here. It's his world, his world.
Heard from Jeff Jarrett that it was the Owen Hart Foundation tournament last summer.
Heartbreak beats Ola.
Kindled his love, his drive for professional wrestling, and it is why
Welcome, Robert Stone, 68.
Oh my goodness.
the AEW World Championship
Yo. Robert's knee to
for potentially the last
face.
Yeah, I think he obviously wants
40 bits. Look at this. Robert Stone, thank you for the bits. Oh, and we're burning it down. Oh my goodness. Robert Stone, welcome to the stream, man. Thank you for the bits.
already, Taz.
Yeah, it's
What do I think of Claudio's song now? I like it better than his old one.
His intestinal fortitude to go in here and deal with someone like Claudio. But Jarrett's been in battles with men of all different sizes for many, many years and been very successful. So he's crafty.
Welcome, Gritube and Saga.
AEW Dynamite.
shoulder tackle by Castagnoli drops Jarrett to the mat, but Jeff up to his feet. Arm drag takes Claudio over
Jeff
the
with the
top.
arm drag.
No, a hip toss this time.
Hip toss.
By Jeff Jarrett. Claudio now sent into the ropes. Jeff Jarrett.
Oh, and a Japanese arm drag. Ooh, okay.
Arm drag works great when a guy has got some height on you.
And Tony, we've heard this war of words between Jeff Jarrett and MJF that's erupted over the last few weeks. It seems like Jeff Jarrett in pursuit of what could be the final championship of his career seems to have irked MJF.
What's for dinner, Robert?
Jeff Jarrett, I mean, as he called it,
We know that Goki's got some craziness for dinner.
as Jeff Jarrett
We got some people with some homemade burgers.
one-hit wonder.
You guys are always having some cool stuff.
Any world championship one time in his career, unlike Jeff Jarrett.
And that really got under the skin of MJF, and then the words got very down and dirty and personal between the two men.
Neutralizer reverse. Jeff Jarrett rolls through, steps through, look and finds the
Woo!
That's what you want
Figure
to do.
four.
With those long legs that Claudio has, a figure four will work, my man. That's good stuff, Jarrett.
And great positioning by Jeff Jarrett.
Claudio got the
His back
ropes.
to the ropes, but the reach, the length of Claudio Castagnoli
Able to get Jeff Jarrett off of him.
allowed to make a speedy break along the bottom rope.
The thing is, and we know this, guys, a figure four does not have to be on long to do damage, especially when you have, long legs, a deep inseam like Claudio has. I mean, I know about having, a big inseam, so I get it. But it's smart by Jarrett with the figure four.
I really like the look of the barricade.
Yeah, Wheeler Yuta, who's lined up to face Switchblade Jay
Microwave
White
pizza
later
and a
on
couple
tonight.
noodles. Ooh, okay.
The crowd is- and now-
What flavor?
Lisa Remsburg trying to restore order. Jeff Jarrett on the outside. Fans don't go anywhere. The action continues live.
Oh, great. Wheeler Yuta's out here.
TBS and Max.
I thought it was smart for Jeff Jarrett.
I don't get it. Like, what is up with the Death Riders? Why do they cheat?
It lured him out.
It did, but sometimes when you're in, your testosterone is raging through your body.
If they're trying to level up this roster, why are they cheating? Why do they have to cheat?
And then you see one of the Death Riders come out like Yuta, you want to get him. I get it.
Jarrett reversing Castagnoli. And now, leg across the back of that neck. Jeff Jarrett feeling it. Oh, Fargo strut here from Jeff Jarrett. Nope.
Oh, a little half strut. Oh, my.
Claudio, yeah, heard the footsteps.
Referee doing a good job here.
Look at Wheeler.
Oh goodness, here we go. Wheeler Yuta
Referee's attention's completely
pounding on Jeff Jarrett behind the back of the referee.
Snake in the grass, Excalibur.
Can't deny that the Death Riders, they do a great job working as a cohesive unit, always.
Claudio's stalking Jeff Jarrett on the outside. Jeff Jarrett showing the effects of the underhanded beatdown he caught behind the ref's back.
do some serious damage.
And listen, it was put on by a veteran who
Yeah, the
knows
trios
how to
titles,
play
Super
ball.
Mario.
That'd be Jarrett.
Yeah, you're not kidding.
Claudio bringing Jeff Jarrett up and dropping him down.
They should probably get rid of the trios titles and also get rid of the international title.
He's got a figure four grip right there on that wrist, on the left wrist.
Like
that
just
should set up
meld
Jeff
that
Jarrett.
into the Continental Crown.
Almost like a version of the Cobra Clutch.
Welcome, J Rock Dad.
From
shrimp, and it was pepperoni pizza. Nice. Haven't felt so well. Uh-oh.
Especially when you have your thumbs in, it's real tight by a guy with the power of Claudio, but Jarrett knows that, and he's fighting his butt off to get out of it.
Sorry to hear that, Robert. Hope he can get some medicine or something.
Got to keep your eye on Wheeler Yuta on the outside.
That's a really tough spot for the referee. There you go. There you go. Good job.
The referee, Bryce Rensburg, he don't take much crap from anybody, so it's a tough ref.
That's right. Tough guy. And
nonetheless, Claudio Castagnoli not giving Jeff Jarrett much room to breathe, returning him to the ring. Jarrett lucky he wasn't attacked by Yuta, but now Castagnoli has Jarrett lined up. Jarrett, look at this, right hand to the midsection.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Jarrett putting punches into Claudio's stomach. Trying to turn the beat around out here.
Oh, but Claudio.
Yikes. Powerful leg.
Leg drop. Ooh. Okay. Claudio, I see you.
And Jarrett kicks out. Vice-like grip from Castagnoli here on the head of Jeff Jarrett. AEW Dynamite live.
AEW Dynamite live. Working stiff. What's up?
Just a couple hours south of Jeff Jarrett's hometown in Nashville. If Jarrett wins tonight, he will earn a shot at Jon Moxley in the AEW World Championship. But Claudio Castagnoli,
Claudio with those European uppercuts. Uh-oh. Starting to unload those.
listen, Jarrett's seen it all. He has absolutely
Still
seen it
just a
all.
2 count. Jeff Jarrett's hurting for certain, though.
Career, second-generation wrestler. His family has done it all in wrestling. He'll see a lot of things he has seen before, but with the most powerful man delivering the blows.
Double-footed stomp to the chest, right into the pin. Claudio's still looking for the win. Jarrett kicks out.
You just said, Shivani, for sure, an amazing career, and I'm not saying that in past tense. He's still in great shape, but you're dealing what Castagnoli.
This crowd is not reacting to this match in a way that makes it seem like Jeff Jarrett could win a title shot out of this.
Generation member of a pro wrestling family. It is in Jeff Jarrett's blood rush and
Where are they tonight? Do you guys know? What what state they're in? What city?
Like Jarrett did. I mean, very good modification.
Is it like Anwar or something like that? I thought I saw it earlier.
The head did snap. You're right, Taz.
I know. Using those uppercuts. Notice how Jeff Jarrett's head rocked back, Tony.
Absolutely did. And Jarrett is continuing to rock, but notice how Jarrett continues to move forward.
Yeah, he does. And you're right. Yeah.
Tagged you on X tonight's supper. Ooh. I think
By both men.
just from my past, whenever like my grandma would call it supper, it would always be like more delicious instead of like dinner.
Nice shot there. Oof. Jarrett had that bouffant hair flying back, came right back with a fist.
And oh, look at that. Jarrett just kicked to the leg. Changing levels.
Jarrett kicked to the leg.
Sweeps out, looking at the figure 4 once again. Whoa, Castagnoli using that leg to push off, send Jarrett into the corner. Oh.
Excalibur sounds like he's like getting haunted, or like he's trying to haunt somebody while he's commentating. Kicks off the leg. Whoa. You know, like that ghost voice that everybody does. Nope, he missed. Enziguri is not there. And now it's time to get swung, Jeff. Giant swing is on him.
Remember Claudio Castagnoli, the knee giving out after all that damage done earlier in this match, and now Claudio using that sharpshooter.
Sharpshooter cracking the back and legs of Jeff Jarrett like a freshly caught crab. Whoa! Kick to the leg. Look out behind you, Scooby. It's a ghost. Retro. He's like a mixture of the ghost that's haunting Scooby-Doo and Scooby-Doo himself. It's like a ghost-possessed Scooby-Doo. The possession of Scooby-Doo is Excalibur. Oh my goodness. Wheeler Yuta introduces a chair into the match.
Distracted by Yuta's presence, but while all this is going on, Claudio Castagnoli, the chair.
Oh my God.
Death Riders had a game plan.
Swing and a miss by Castagnoli. Jeff Jarrett goes around and
Oh my God, Jon Moxley.
There's Moxley.
plan A didn't work. Plan B will. Jon Moxley.
What is all of this?
The referee didn't see a
What the heck? Moxley hits Jeff Jarrett with the
There's a good chance his title hopes are
the
shot
Death
by
Rider,
Jarrett's.
and now, oh my God, what is going on here?
wants to remove all damn it, the neutralizer. Castagnoli.
This is horrible. Just cover him. Just cover him, Claudio. What is Claudio?
Oh wait, he's not done. He looked over his shoulder at Jon Moxley.
Oh my God.
Oh God. Jarrett driven down once again. Castagnoli covers. 2, 3.
Claudio wins. Yeah, they're that scared of Jeff Jarrett. Wow.
Well, you got to give a big assist to the Death Riders, especially.
I really don't get it, dude.
Moxley. What an effort right there by Jarrett, though.
You know what? It
Back-to-back beatdowns, yep.
that it is going to be next when possible.
Like I said, it's wash, rinse, repeat sometimes here, man.
Jon Moxley may hold on to this world title as long as he wants.
Tony, I think that is a very distinct possibility. Who can match the sheer firepower of Jon Moxley and the Death Riders?
Has Marina had a match yet since she started being in the Death Riders?
Titles in that briefcase that Marina is holding.
I'd like to see them try to interfere in her matches.
Understand later on tonight we will hear more from the close-up interview with Renee
Jeff Jarrett's
Paquette
just
that
down
she
on the
had
mat.
with Jon Moxley and the Death Riders addressing that briefcase, but Jeff
Nah,
Jarrett
Super
right
Mario.
now
They have the infinite money glitch. They're not going anywhere, man.
becoming a world champion for the final time in his career.
I hope not. I think Jeff Jarrett's got a lot
It's not that Claudio is
still in the
desperate for the
tank.
win. It's that Moxley. You can tell he orchestrated them to do that. And it's like Moxley's scared of him or something. I don't know why they would do so much interference against this guy.
Does not want
Surely Moxley can beat this guy.
without him claiming another world championship.
Hey,
Mm.
it might be popular, guys, but I respect the timing. of
Bam,
picking
bam,
his
bam,
spots by
bam,
MJF
bam,
right
bam,
now.
bam, bam, bam.
I do. I think it's smart. And you can see the smile. He's gloating.
A multi-time world champion Jeff Jarrett. A
It's
one-time
Majif. It's Majif, guys. Here he goes.
and Maxwell Jacob Freeman. Just want to point that out.
That's a very negative slant that you just made. That's
Facts, Tad. Facts.
It's easy to be negative when you see MJ.
Hey, at least Max looks like he cares this week. Last week he looked like, I don't know, like he rolled out of bed and was like, man, are you sure I gotta be here tonight? At least he looks like he's like better kept together and better brushed up and matching better, and he just seems a little more spry.
You know, Jeff,
Thank you, Strange.
just wanted to come
Thank you,
out
Kelly.
here to say-
Oh, smashed him in the head. MJF just smashed him in the head.
And oh man,
Knocked him flat on his back.
like I said, picking his spots. MJF does it better than everybody. He knows.
That dynamite diamond ring,
Of course.
doing the real damage there.
Absolutely it did.
He's wearing some Doc Martens, it looks like.
Jeff, as you know, I truly respect my elders. And that's precisely why I'm not gonna say I told you so.
Oh, drop the mic on him.
It's hard to imagine anyone as horrible in life than MJF. Anyone.
There is
Okay.
maybe no more detestable human being, Tony Schiavone, than Maxwell Jacob Freeman, MJF.
It was an okay segment. It was better than them standing there for 15 minutes and talking about each other's moms.
Very well said.
I would rather this for sure. Dang, Jarrett's on Dream Street. Our time is upon us. We must have a revolution. anybody know what time Grand Slam is coming on? Because if it's coming from Australia, it's probably going to be some hour that's going to be outside of the norm. La 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 la. Now they got to bring out some people to help Jeff Jarrett out of here during commercial. He got laid out. I don't think he's leaving under his own power. Noon or 2 p.m.? Really? That's not bad. That's way better than I thought it was going to be. Because I remember when WWE did Elimination Chamber from Australia, it was at some weird hour, like 9 a.m. or something like that. Donovan, what's up, man? So far, okay show, but with a tinge of monotony. Feels monotonous. Doesn't feel special. Not every show needs to feel special, but I really do think that this is time to kick it up. I think they need to really pour some water on the coals. Pour some water on the coals inside the sauna, man. Let's get this thing boiling hot. Let's start steaming out the impurities within these storylines and stuff right now, man. Let's get them tight. Clash in Paris, yeah, I saw that. I also saw the Triple H stuff. I don't even know what that means though. Like Triple H is going to the Hall of Fame for the 3rd time or something? Like what? I think Australia is 12 hours ahead, but well, hang on. If it's at 12 p.m., that would mean it'd be midnight their time. I don't think they're going to do that. If it's 12 hours ahead of us, then that would mean most likely the show would be at like 5 in the morning or something. I don't know. I gotta get my hands on it. Because I just saw them pop up the graphic a little earlier in the show when it showed Kenny and Ospreay versus Takeshita and Fletcher, and it just said the date. It didn't have an actual time, Eastern or anything. It's 12 p.m. in Australia right now? Okay. So what? They're 5 hours ahead of us? Something like that? 5 hours ahead of me. Oh, Jimmy Johns. Jimmy, stop. La 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 la. Let's see if I can get back in here with no problems.
Forfeit his match with you next week in Atlanta.
That's loud.
Really? Good, because finally,
it's Richard O'Shea.
My business.
Ricochet, you've said that you've got a lot that you want to get off your chest. What's on your mind?
Renee, we are not going to do this right here. I mean, look at how I'm dressed. What do you think, that I'm some sort of hoodlum? No. See, you and I are going to do this in a formal setting this Saturday on Collision. But as for tonight, the powers that be here in AEW seem to further bully me by putting me in a match against AR Fox 1 week before one of the biggest matches of my career. So, if you don't mind, let me go take care of this situation real quick.
Good luck.
2 a.m. Eastern time. Okay, that sounds more... Man, that's loud. Swerve versus AR Fox. There's trading opponents now. Like Kenny fought Brian Cage, then Will Ospreay fought Brian Cage. Swerve fought AR Fox. Now Ricochet's fighting AR Fox. It's like 12 a.m. for me. Yeah, I'm probably not watching it. I'm probably not watching it live at that point. That's too much, dude. I can't do it. That'll mean I'll literally be up until like 5 a.m. watching Grand Slam or something. Or unless it's like a two-hour show. It'll probably be like a 2-hour show, but still. It's too much, man. I'll watch it, but I'm not watching it live. Meow, 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 meow. What is he wearing? Does he know he's in a match tonight? Do you think this is a promo battle? Here, Fox came out dressed like he's just hanging out. See how many likes we have. If we get up to 20 likes, or when we get up to 20 likes, I'll put the predictions on these matches. Oh, we're getting close, guys. Thank you, everybody who's already put some likes on this. I know it's not been the easiest stream to watch because we started out, so I couldn't see the match. But luckily, their matches are so long, I still got to see, what, like 30% of it? It's the Seinfeld puppy shirt, but red. Lionel Richie, yes, yes. Shroom Moon, yes. Dude. That's absolutely what it reminds me of. That's a good one right there. A.R. Richie. Let's hope these two don't fight all night long. I'm trying to see some other cool stuff happen tonight as well. That's gonna be the sequel to the video game, the AEW video game. It's gonna be called AEW All Night Long.
And Taz, you mentioned the similarities between these two athletes. Not often that it goes to the ground. They like to keep it on the feet or in the air. But Fox
Cutter.
Off the bottom rope, the stunner Ricochet.
Rubro Raggy Ricochet. AR Fox has a good physique, man. I wonder if he's ever been the top champion in any company ever. Whoa. Oh, really, WB? Maybe it was on purpose. He might start dancing on the ceiling.
In the face is pretty evident and obvious that it's going to rock you.
And Taz, I mean, it's vital for Ricochet to stay healthy in this match because he's got that encounter, that grudge match with Swerve Strickland in 7 days' time.
Absolutely. And, you know, the thing is, you said Strickland cannot get involved here and all that jazz, but the thing is, you can't think about next week. You got to worry about right now. You're dealing with a veteran, a guy that can go, and AR Fox. Ricochet knows that, I believe. I got to believe he knows that.
Oh, my goodness. Hip toss on the apron. Cracks the back of AR Fox. Ricochet with no regard for human life. Oh, he said, no, I'm not doing a flip. They said, do a flip, Ricochet. Flip-O'Shea. Flip-O'Shea. That's his new name for me right now. Flip-O'Shea. Flip-O'Shea, a.k.a. Richard O'Shea. They tweeted out the Lola Vice model and it doesn't look anything like her. I wonder what happened.
I don't think there's any question, but the attitude change that Ricochet has had anyone we've seen in a long time.
Yeah, you know, you're right, and I think Ricochet was tired of being Mr. Nice Guy, to be honest with you.
Wheeler Yuta versus Jay White tonight. We should do a wager on if there will be interference or not in that match.
This is who he's always been. Right. The other thing was a facade. That's my intel.
I mean, whatever the case may be, Taz, it all went down during the Continental Classic, and it seemed like
You hope Ricochet wins? He should definitely win this.
the tournament went on as the points slipped away from him. Ricochet almost turned his, rather than blaming himself, blamed the fans.
Yeah, it kind of broke out at Hammerstein Ballroom, didn't it? I mean, it just.
I think you're right. Yeah,
The toilet paper.
Right, the toilet paper.
Well, the fans were throwing toilet paper
Did
and stuff like
did
that.
Excalibur just call him Bricochet? Bricochet.
But Ricochet got pissed, and I'm saying I just think he's always been this guy, and that's okay. I mean, maybe
Dang,
he's been
clobber and
humble, he's really
uppercut
been.
from Bricochet.
He's still. You can't take away the fact that Ricochet is an ultra talented professional wrestler, as we're witnessing right now.
Yeah, Ricochet, since that attack with the scissors on Swerve Strickland is really ratchet. Well, I guess the attack with the scissors is the beginning of the ratcheting up of the aggression.
Yeah, no, you're right. He knows right now, Ricochet does, that AR Fox, he's got him right now where he needs to
AR
have
Fox
him
is down.
on the ground.
You saw Ricochet was going for the chin lock. AR Fox immediately brought his hands up, so Ricochet changing tact.
Oh, Raw Apollo. Yeah, I'm kind of glad they didn't do that. Although it'd probably be over by now, so maybe that would be a better idea than what they did. Well, that's a good point though. They have been doing stuff like that.
You got to use your lower body to get to that vertical base. Oh, nails right across the back, Shivani.
And he's just doing what he wants right now. Look at him. Just
Telling the ref, get away,
Get it back away. Oh, brother.
What did they say? Dude, the people in the crowd are getting bigger reactions than the people in the ring.
And it all began with that hip
What's up with this crowd, dude? Where are they tonight?
very unorthodox maneuver by Ricochet.
They in like the town that
Obviously, extremely hard part of the ring, so you land
the
on
town that like sold the
back there. It's rough.
the Jacksonville Jaguars to the Jaguars or something. Like they just hate Tony Khan here or something. What's going on? Crowd is very weird. Me 3? Yeah, I think you should. Alabama, okay.
We are live with AEW.
We're live.
Alabama, AR Fox battling it out with Ricochet, who just
Nice
landed a
drop
massive
kick.
drop kick. We are 1 week away from
Ricochet
Swerve
leveling
Strickland.
AR Fox with a beautiful drop kick right out of the commercial break.
Tonight, oh, wait, it's like a cover here. Near leg hook, and Fox able to kick out. If Swerve Strickland interferes in this match tonight, then the match next week is off.
Would not surprise me, guys, if Ricochet would try to do some things to try to coax Swerve out.
I can see that. I can see that happen.
But I mean, remember, it was 1 week ago, Swerve Strickland facing AR Fox, and it was Ricochet who tried to intervene. Just pointing that out, Taz.
What are these weak little punches?
Fox now into the Rose. Ricochet, spine buster.
Yeah, look at this. Ricochet again. Throughout that break, we noticed he was in control. You pointed out Excalibur.
He's doing the people's elbow. Ricochet?
Ricochet, watch out here. Oh!
Standing moonsault press. Far leg
There you
hook,
go. The
and
people's moonsault.
almost a 3 count for Ricochet.
Almost like a shield.
You guys saw the people's moonsault?
Well, that's kind of Ricochet's thing, right? I mean, we're seeing this different side to Ricochet. Like I was saying, he's not a man of the people. You don't think that, Shivani, right? It's not like you're a man of the people. He's not a man of the people, right? Don't you think so? He's not.
No, I don't think he is. But the hop over the way he.
I do like how it's a smaller arena, though. When the crowd does get into something, it sounds cool. It doesn't sound like there's nobody here or anything. It just sounds like they're not very excited.
That was a bad collision for both these athletes, guys. Really bad. Oh, man, that was impact. Let's take let's listen to this. Let's watch and listen.
Dang, double crossbody. Ouch, both men down.
On flesh. In the middle of the ring, both men struggling to their
I
feet.
really like how that Dynamite barricade looks, the LED barricade, along with the ring.
Now Fox, though,
Cool looking
big
setup.
overhand, right hands.
Rangy. Fox is rangy. Look at the athleticism.
There we go. AR Fox starting to get something going.
Next, Ricochet stunned.
Hit someone to Enziguri.
On his feet.
Blocks the incoming punch.
Underneath.
Nice weave through there.
Oh, look at this.
Well, that was a weird little slam.
Fox, the wrist, the leg captured, the cover.
It was like a fisherman's suplex, but he only had the bottom of his ankle and just like threw him that way. You don't see them done like that too often.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's what the great ones do.
That's some strength there, though, to be able to get a guy to still go all the way over when you don't have the knee grabbed. He didn't have the knee grabbed. He had him grabbed like down near his ankle.
Keep that innovative offense flowing here, but Ricochet slips through the legs, goes underneath the back elbow. I think that one caught Fox flush underneath the chin. Damn. But leaping Enziguri has now AR Fox. It's like an iconoclasm, steps through, brings Ricochet up, the cutter sends him down, and Fox.
That was tremendous. Yeah, it really was. And Fox isn't done, guys.
450. AR Fox looking for the win. 2. Ricochet kicks out.
Man, I don't care if you like Ricochet or not. You got to respect that.
There's nobody that's in a feud with them that good. I don't know, man. Maybe Randy comes back.
Attacks there by AR Fox. Ricochet showing his toughness here tonight.
And right now he's frustrated, Taz.
He is frustrated, but that's Ricochet showing he's battle tested, and that's what gets that kick out there, being battle tested.
And Fox trying to bring Ricochet back into the ring.
Get off of me!
He wants out. I don't blame him.
Ricochet's on the apron.
Buy himself some time.
He's making all kinds of weird sounds. Get off of me!
Submission taking place inside the ring is Ricochet holding on to that top rope.
Gotta be careful here. Uh-oh.
Fox. Oh, look at this. Ricochet grabbing on the referee's shirt.
It's tough for AR Fox to pull off whatever he wanted to do because
that little extra leverage allowed
recoil.
Ricochet to escape. Now Ricochet the cover.
That's done?
2. No.
It's not done.
Still in this fight.
Talking about a great escape, Taz. That was a great one by Fox.
Sure was. Again, that was an impressive kick. It was short, impressive kick out early from Ricochet.
He's got to hit him with the spirit gun.
But Ricochet, the elaborate setup, the spirit gun.
Dang. Karate chop his head off.
And he's not
What's
done
this? And he's
yet.
got something on elaborate setup. Yeah.
Center of the ring. Ricochet collects the legs.
There we go.
Gets the win.
All right. Ricochet gets the win.
Ricochet. Oh, tremendous matchup right there. You got to give it up for AR Fox.
Bam. Na, 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 na.
And we did not
Dude, I knew his
see
song sounded evil when he first showed up here, and it fits.
which means it is official for Dynamite. Next Wednesday night on TBS and streaming on Max, the grudge match. Swerve Strickland.
Uh-oh, he's got the scissors.
Where'd he come? Were those in his tights? Or was that?
No, I was loaded in the bottom turnbuckle.
Okay, there you go.
Wait a second. Swerve Strickland
With a chain.
Swerve Strickland's got him with the chain around his...
come from. It doesn't matter because Swerve rated down.
Swerve is destroying Ricochet right now.
And it's after the match, so it's all good.
Here we go, here we go. Post-match beatdown, number Trace. Trace out of Trace, guys.
You can tell
He just spawned in there. Yeah, he was like hiding under the ring or something.
And the crowd is going wild for Swerve.
That was almost like the Keith Lee spot, where Keith Lee would rise up behind somebody, the camera would be right there. It was almost like that.
We're getting a preview of next week, guys.
You're not kidding, we are.
Oh, look at this. Ricochet pulling AR Fox in his path.
He's got the scissors.
Ricochet with the scissors.
Oh, he's got the scissors against the neck of AR Fox.
This next combo of Swerve and AR
Swerve wants to stomp him,
You know, the friendship they had
but he
years
can't.
ago. Kinda has him like hostage.
He's got the scissors to the neck of AR Fox, and Swerve can't do anything about it. He's up top.
Swerve and Fox shake hands, bury the hatchet last week, and then he does this.
We have a, I wouldn't call it attempted murder, but it's
Week for Ricochet. He will have to
it's something like that.
one on
So we're wrestling now.
grudge match is an understatement, Taz.
Yeah, you're not kidding. You can see the eyes of Strickland. He said,
He's like, you got 1 week.
There will be nowhere for Ricochet to run. Next Wednesday night, Dynamite, our return to Atlanta, Georgia. Swerve
I swear, what I drive.
finally meeting one-on-one, Tony.
Yeah, and again, Ricochet with those scissors, you know he's going to
Richard O'Shea gets the win and gets away.
Let's just see what happens.
It will be a massive grudge match 1 week from tonight. Dynamite, our return from Atlanta. But fans, earlier this week, the remarkable Renee Paquette, part of the close-up series of interviews, a very revealing conversation with Jon Moxley, Claudio Castagnoli, Wheeler Yuta. At some of that talk.
Nano with the coffee cup. He's probably still trying to get it going. Hey, they're doing it. They're doing the thing. Here's the Death Riders with Renee.
Plastic garbage bag. Now Marina Shafir's carrying it around in a briefcase. Why are you essentially holding this title hostage?
Why do you need to see it? Why do they need to see it? What do you need to see? What do you want to get a look at it? You want to take a picture of it?
Yeah.
It's a petting zoo. Is that what this is?
It's a petting zoo.
Why do you need to see it? You don't know anything about it. You don't understand it at any level. You don't understand what a world championship means, what it's about, what it takes to be a champion, what it takes to climb a mountain. I am the AEW World Championship. I am the living definition of that championship. You want to see it? It's right here. Take a look at it. This is the AEW World Championship. It lives here. It's not something you win. It's not something you hold. It's not something you show off. It's not something you hold up over your head. It's not something you post a picture with. It lives in here. It's got to be cultivated, grown, forged in the white hot fires of combat, in the white hot fires of struggle. I'm trying to build 1,000 Jon Moxleys. I'm trying to backfill them behind me, so I will put them through what I went through and worse.
1,000 Jon Moxleys. Dang, that'd be crazy. 1,000 Jon Moxleys? Daddy Magic's merch madness. Oh, look at this. Yeah, we talked about that last night, Raw Paulo. They did what we said they should, right? Although I said they should split the whole thing and play it periodically throughout the show. But at least they played part of it. Take a look at it. Get a taste of the merch. Get a taste of the merch. Get a taste of the merchandise over here, man. This guy needs a taste of the merch. You gotta hit him with it. Get him a taste of the merch. Gotta get him a taste of the merch, guys. Yeah, they're doing the NWA thing or the WWE thing, or I guess it's just like a wrestling thing at that point. Eee. Yeah, it was. It made a little more sense than the average Moxley promo, and it kind of helped me to understand why he doesn't feel like he needs to show it off, because every time he shows up, he thinks he is the title. An auctioneer, yeah, Daddy Magic would probably move more merchandise than like the next guy if he was an auctioneer. People would probably just want to buy stuff because he's gonna be the one announcing like the whole auction. Where was the Phoenix merch? I don't know. Did you see any? Did he say anything about it? You really want MDF to get someone to pal around with. Well, if he's gonna do that, I hope it doesn't turn out anything like the Adam Cole stuff. Like it had its moments, but to me, it got super duper corny, especially with the double clothesline and the kangaroo kicks and. So if he was gonna have somebody who he rolls with, I'd want it to be a lot more serious than what it turned into. Who did they fall back on when they were in trouble? Yeah. Well, we've seen that. There's a reason he has the most title reigns, the most AEW World Championship reigns out of anybody, because he's definitely been the guy that they put it on his back whenever they need him. Commercial break time. Next thing I'll do, besides the merch, have you call 900 number to hear Mean Gene. Oh my goodness. Let me see. Let's see what this see what your tweet's looking like over here. Joe Soup. Replying to Joe Soup. Is it Soup? Ooh, tonight's supper. Oh me, oh my. What is that, a super Reuben sandwich? That's looking good, Joe Soup. You gotta have some soup with that. That's some au jus. That's your French brother, Joe au jus. Ah, come on, Jimmy John's. Jim of the Johns. You got it. I got it right. Yeah, it looks good, man. Ding, ding, ding. Okay, so that's jacked. Jimmy John's is all up on us right now. New York Minute.
Hi guys, welcome to another New York Minute, coming to you live this week from Huntsville, Alabama, home of the Crimson Toad. Roll Toad!
Crimson Toad.
As you just saw, my new movie Dark Match.
He developed sort of a god complex and thinks he has to be the world champion or AEW dies. Oh,
It's glory, it's fun, just like the Learning Tree. But speaking of violent, as we just saw last week on Collision, Big Bill took out Will Hobbs. Tell us about it, Redwood.
You know what you said to me last week really
oh, they threw merch out, WB. That's cool.
For me to share the teachings of the Learning Tree with the world, it's another thing to put your words into action. I feel like now I understand your words in a way that I never did before. I feel stronger.
Yeah, Bill, when I hear you say that, it makes me very proud. It makes me very proud of me for being such a great mentor. And Bill, I told you to take out Hobbs, but permanently. And you didn't do that, so you're gonna have to work a little bit harder next time. But you're gonna have a chance to learn once again this Saturday on Collision when the Bad Apple and I take on the other two heathens who caused us to lose the 12-man match at Maximum Carnage, the Outrunners. And Outrunners, you claim to have been around for decades. Well, I've never seen you on television besides AEW ever. Mandela Effect.
The Mandela Effect.
So this Saturday, the youngest men alive are going to get taught a lesson from the smartest men alive. And Big Bill, I expect you to make me proud. For real this time. That's it. Another New York Minute. Thanks, guys.
Oh. Saw how he looked at him?
That's also not in New York, but it's not right.
Saw how he looked at him? I think the Outrunners are going to win that match. Pounds. Jay White.
I have to mention that in his lifetime, Powerhouse Hobbs, he's been stabbed, he's been shot, he has been hit in the face with a bag full of bricks by Big Bill, and he has not stopped yet.
Let's see, let's see.
Unfinished business between those two men.
20 likes? 20 likes? Almost. Very, very close, guys.
Less than a week ago, back on Collision this past Saturday, Hobbs was hurt.
I think that I think the Outrunners are gonna win that match, and it's gonna make Chris Jericho even meaner to Big Bill. I think they're starting to ramp up the whole, kind of how it was with MJF and Wardlow. How MJF was so mean to him and just didn't really value him like that. I think we're starting to go down that road with this. Love potion number 9. Is Wheeler getting cheered more than Claudio? I think he is.
hit-and-run tactics, first by the Death Riders, first by Wheeler Yuta, then Jay White. Last
Bang,
week, 1 week ago at Dynamite, Jay White once again had Moxley in his grip before the ring run, but it was a low blow by Wheeler Yuta that bailed out the AEW World Champion.
It's pretty evident and obvious that Wheeler Yuta, one of the key soldiers in the Death Riders for Jon Moxley, and he has Moxley's back. And
Almost to 20 likes on YouTube, guys. Hit the like button. Also subscribe if you haven't already, guys. Let's pump up the numbers. Let's pump up the volume.
Oh, wait a second, Blade Runner attempted.
I like that game plan by Jay White.
Yuta trying to get the jump on Jay White. Got to wake up pretty early in the morning to get one over on the switchblade.
Switchblade was going.
Wish they would add someone to the Death Riders. I think that'd be really cool.
And, you know,
Somebody who's not just added on just to have somebody brand new. I'm talking about somebody who like fits the ideals and fits the. I can't say the aesthetic because they all look so different, but I don't know. Somebody kind of dark. Maybe add a black person. I don't know. I don't really care if you're like. I don't really care about the race, but maybe just to mix it up a little bit, it'd be cool to have somebody who's just a little outside of what they've been doing. I guess they have people from all over actually. There's Pac, Claudio. Where's Marina from? She's from like Sokovia or something. she's from like a Black Widow movie or something.
Why Jon Moxley has held that AEW World Championship under lock and key, that he's the living embodiment of that World Championship.
He's got Yuta by the beard.
The belt, if you could see Jon Moxley.
That doesn't hurt at all, by the way. Getting grabbed by your beard does not hurt.
Part of that close-up that we saw, with the exception of he says this world title isn't something you win. Yes, it is something you win. And Jon Moxley won it, and that's why he's the champion right now. But other than that, he made a lot of sense about being
or did he
in the heart.
Mean in the sense that you don't win it, you take it.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's annoying, but it's not something to be like, ah! You know what really hurts is getting grabbed behind your jaw. Somebody grabs you back here, they put their fingers under your jaw like that on both sides and pull. It hurts. It's excruciating. It's really bad. That's what you don't want. Don't ever get grabbed behind your jaw, man. I'm telling you, it's one of those things that they don't ever let you know about until it's too late. So I'm letting you know before it's too late. Here's Wheeler to make the crowd sleepy. He got a better reaction than Claudio did.
Big landing right there. He's got those guns up on that backdrop. I like that. Maybe another chop coming. Oh, a little bit too early right there.
Rolls out. And
oh, hung up.
Big Yahtzee City right there.
You know, guys, I think
dang, Wheeler's hurting for certain. I could see Jay White winning this too, but I'm wondering if there's going to be interference like the rest of the matches tonight.
I totally disagree with that. I mean, Excalibur just laid out the situation.
Oh, not interference, but because we didn't get interference in the Ricochet match, but we got it after the match beatdown. WB. Oh my goodness. Yo, WB, thank you, man. Thank you for the bits. Oh, and we're putting a stunner on Mr. McMahon. Oh my goodness. Yo, WB. Thank you, dude. I appreciate the bits. Shoryuken. 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 Look, you got Pando doing Shoryukens over here.
Oh, man. Very smart right there.
That was smart.
On target with a drop kick to the knee is Wheeler Yuta, and that may be the turning point in this match.
Like I said, Yuta is a fine wrestler, and we've seen him now be manhandled by Claudio.
Drop toe hold cracks the face of Jay White into the ring apron.
Seemingly smoothed over, at least for the moment, but as Yuta barking at referee Paul Turner.
Well, we didn't see it. What happened was Wheeler Yuta did break the count right there, so he didn't get counted out. He rolled under that bottom rope. Now attacking that ankle.
Yeah, targeting that left leg of Jay White, and it all began with that low drop kick, the basement drop kick, if you will, to the knee of Jay White.
Oh,
this is
uh-oh.
dangerous. That's the framing of the ring
standing on the leg and cracks his leg on the undercarriage of the ring. Oh my goodness. Wheeler Yuta getting vicious over here.
Great way if you're Wheeler Yuta to tear
Vicious,
at the
vicious.
ligaments of the knee of Jay White.
And it's not a weapon involved. The ring is a weapon.
Is that what his injury was? That he was out for months with? A knee injury?
Using the environment, using the various parts of the ring to your advantage. That's the violence that Jon Moxley likes to preach. As now Yuta.
Here we go. Fisherman. Right into the pin.
Bridge is high. The pinfall attempted, and Jay White kicks out. Fans don't go anywhere. Action continues live on Dynamite.
Oh, it's good work
Jeez.
right there by Wheeler Yuta when he
I like Jay White's pants, man.
out of the fisherman. He kept hold of that leg.
Matthew from Botchamania.
White was grabbing at the hair of
Guys, that guy's got some clown shoes about him.
pressure to that damaged left leg of
It was a foot injury, okay.
Kind of an impactful, intense.
Ah, so he's going after the leg, the foot, the ankle. I see Wheeler Yuta's idea here. I like that. I'd rather them do things like that. You know what? How cool would it be if the Death Riders, if they'd been quarterbacking the way to like take their opponents apart strategically, like they're getting together and watching tape of who their next opponents are, and they're all giving each other ideas about how to take them apart with surgical precision. And that's how they get these wins, and that's how they're ripping fools apart. Like, not by cheating, but by just literally being smarter and being ahead of the game. So they're like tightening people up by exploiting their weaknesses so that people have to like tighten up their weaknesses to be able to overcome them. How cool would that be? I think that'd be a lot more interesting than constant like interference and stuff. And they could have it where they get caught like not backstage, but they get caught in like the bowels of the arena. Like they're like, oh, we've seen the Death Riders, and they have like footage of their next opponent on the TV, and they turn it off real quick and like beat down the cameraman or something. You see them having little meetings and stuff about what they're gonna do next and how they're gonna strategically destroy and dismantle their opponents. I think that'd be awesome. That'd be an awesome way for them to keep the story going, but also having everybody tighten up their game. Dang, this looks painful. Is he bleeding? Is Yuta bleeding?
To bring himself back up to a standing position from that bridge with Jay White all tied up. Jay White makes it to the bottom rope to force the break.
Virtue signals. I dislike when people virtue signal about accusations, because it's like, you weren't there, man. You don't know. You're not there. You're not law enforcement. You're not a detective. You don't know these people. These are the same type of people. When people do stuff like that, it's the same type of thing that happened to Enzo, and it happens to all kinds of people. It's like, how about you leave it up to law enforcement? If these people are doing something, why don't you help them get a lawsuit started or something? Help them get a criminal case started or something. Stop with your tweets. You don't know these people. You don't know what happened. You weren't there. You're absolutely just virtue signaling to get engagement, and you're using what could possibly be a tragic event as like fuel for people to be like, yeah, I agree. It's like you're not good when you do stuff like that. That's not a good way to live your life. Some people just cannot let things just play out the way that they should. They have to like try to think that they're involved somehow.
Left leg has been taken out by that man, Wheeler Yuta. Jay White, he's fighting back, Taz, but his attacks are...
Yeah, I don't know anything about it, Ringmaster. I'm just saying, dude, who knows? Who does know? And if it's serious, then the people involved need to be under investigation. Not some person on X who lives halfway around the world from them.
As Yuta now depositing switchblade on the top turnbuckle and gouging, ripping.
Oh, well, JD probably lives less than that. He probably lives like a couple hundred miles from the guy. But anyway.
Yuta now attempting to bring Jay White.
Either way, it's not his business.
Jay White knows what danger he's in, Taz.
He's fighting for his life up there because he knows he's got one good wheel.
Elbows taken down.
Back elbow.
Wheeler Yuta.
Sends Yuta crashing down, but you see how gingerly, laborious it was for Jay White to get back in the road. Jay White!
Oh my goodness, Dragon Screw just popped him to the ground. Oh my goodness, Wheeler's getting some payback. He's not getting some payback, he's feeling some payback.
And now these two men, pardon the expression, may be on equal footing.
Why is this an even match? I understand his foot hurts, dude, but come on, man. This should be over with. This is the guy who was about to be your world champion for a second versus a guy who never had a singles title on the whole entirety of his run here.
As soon as Yuta got his feet in the ring.
We'll try it again, Taz.
Yeah, you're right. I mean,
sometimes you get caught in the moment, right?
I mean, yeah, he had a Ring of Honor title, but whatever.
Superplex by Jay White.
It wasn't the world title, so it shouldn't be like this. The resiliency of an ultra star over here. I was cool with it being 50-50 at the start, but this is getting out of hand, man. It's almost like they're looking to fill time.
Being done to his leg evident as these two men continue this battle on Dynamite.
Yeah, those quick jabs and a chop. He's using his strikes, Shivani.
Good. I'm glad he got flamed by his own followers, because people need to be held accountable for stuff like that. Stop trying to use people's misfortunes to get engagements on social media. Whoa, nice counter by Wheeler Yuta here.
Crucifix. Yuta escapes that time. And now Jay White looking for that cutthroat suplex, but instead
shot block.
Jay White.
Great counter out of the Uranagi, man. It really was.
Single leg Boston Crab.
Because AEW always has amazing matches, they do, but they need to learn when you're doing a disservice to people. And this is a disservice to Jay White right here. At this point, the match should be over already.
Jay White making a desperate reach for that bottom rope, looking for relief, and he finds it.
When you don't cup over the knee, there's less pressure on the joint.
So Yuta yelling at referee Paul Turner, I have till 5.
I have till 5.
He was right, and Paul Turner heard that many a time out of the mouth of Bryan Danielson, the former mentor of Wheeler.
Yeah, so you were right. The Mercedes match is going to be the main event. You heard right. And we're going to hear from Mariah May. Good. I was about to say, no Tony Storm on this show is a mistake in booking.
The chance here, the cover, the lateral press, and Jay White kicking out.
It was a great cover there, Shivani. He had the
I know they're not promising Tony Storm, but Mariah May having something to say tonight probably will give us some Tony Storm tonight in one way or another.
Here we go, hammer and anvil blows.
Gonna say that's a mistake of booking to not follow up with some Tony Storm after the what we got on Collision. Uranagi slam dunk, Jay White. Nice selling here.
Yeah, man, you land right on the back of the head, Excalibur, when that happens.
You saw how Jay White, because the way he turns the corner on that Uranagi, did some damage to his own knee, but he's still looking to be relentless, looking for that Blade Runner. But
Blade Runner, no. Yuta reverses out of the Blade Runner. He's got the tights. Oh, look at this. Yo, we got subscribers. You got it. Thank you for subscribing. He must have made Toady mad. I don't think that's what's up. I just think that they get lost in their own ways and forget about the fact that you need to be building stars here. You can't. The more that you have even matches, the less the crowd's getting into either person. You got to crack a few eggs to make an omelet, man. You can't have everybody looking equally great and then always have some sort of excuse at the end of the match because nobody knows where you're going with that. There we go. Blade Runner. There you go. That's done. Yuta's down and out. There you go. There you go. Good job, man.
You are not kidding, my man. That was very impressive. Both men held a match. Great offense and attack on the leg by Yuta, but man, Jay White just a little too much.
Up, post-match beatdown. No interferences. Yeah, no interference this time.
Tormented him over the last month or so. And another Blade Runner for a good measure.
Hey, I don't blame Jay White. Go for it, man.
Fans want one more.
Great people of the great state of Alabama. They want a little more. You're right, Shivani.
He's not going to give it to him, is he? He's going to roll out.
Oh, wait a second.
Ah, here come the Death Riders.
Just as Jay White is poised to deliver another Blade Runner, in comes the world champion, Jon Moxley.
Trying to get the attack. Watch behind here.
And Claudio from behind. The post-match beatdown. Here we go.
Claudio Castagnoli from behind.
Smart, simple game plan by the Death Riders. Now they are just stopping the hell.
Yeah, at least we didn't get any interference.
Like we saw earlier.
Oh, it's Ed. It's Copage. And he's brought FTR with him. Yes, the heroes we need. It's Copage. It's so real to me.
It's a little different, huh? It's a little different because it's even. It's an even fight right now. Death Riders, I know how you operate. And here's the thing, I don't hate how you operate.
How's that an even fight when Marina's out here? That's not even.
Is when you try to end a 67-year-old man who is my idol, Ricky Morton. That's when I got a problem. Right now, tonight, one of my favorite wrestlers of all time, one half of the greatest tag team, the Midnight Express, Dennis Condrey is here. And in Dennis Condrey's name, on Collision, FTR versus the Death Riders. In a Mid-South street fight. See y'all there.
How about that challenge?
Big challenge thrown out by Dax Harwood.
Mid-South street fight. I like the sound of that.
And Taz, that Mid-South era of professional wrestling.
Yeah, they just leave Yuta by himself.
Street fights of all time.
Absolutely. For decades, yeah. Man, that's heavy. That's a heavy goal to put down right there by Dax.
Well, fans, we turn our attention to Grand Slam Australia.
Grand Slam.
2 weeks where we know that timeless Toni Storm will challenge Mariah May for the AEW Women's World Championship. Let's take a look at what happened when they went face-to-face this past Saturday at Collision.
Mariah May, I am your biggest fan. Everything you've done, I've seen it from the UK to Japan to here in AEW.
Mid-South street fight is just a street fight. Nah, they'll have the Rock and Roll Express come out and like super kick them, or not super kick them, but like hit them with a bat or something. That's how FTR will get a win.
Easiest pawn I used to dominate this entire game.
Vicious, brutal.
That's how it'll be different.
What makes you think that I've forgotten? They say the hardest role you will ever play is yourself. But what you've just witnessed is the performance of a lifetime. My dreams are finally coming true. Is that coming home? You may be the woman from hell, but you came from my womb. I am timeless Toni Storm, and I'm gonna rip your tits off.
They cut her promo. They edited it.
Toni Storm, but she will need to repeat the performance on Saturday, February 15th, when she challenges Mariah May for the AEW Women's
Ba-na-na-na.
Right now, let's head back to Renee Paquette.
Huntsville, please give it up for your AEW Women's World Champion.
Let's go.
Mariah May.
It's Rini again. They're getting maximum mileage out of her signing here.
Said it was a stunning reveal by time as Toni Storm, but there was no one more stunned than the AEW Women's World Champion, Mariah May.
Well, good, because Mariah May
She's looking like a, I don't know what. Like a Powerpuff Girl or something? I don't even know what.
She is the prototypical mean girl.
Well, it's great to be in Huntsville.
Boo!
Looking around, maybe we should change the first letter to a C?
Oh.
Mariah, we have seen the metamorphosis of timeless Toni Storm, who you will be defending your championship against at Grand Slam Australia. You seemed visibly shaken, Mariah.
We're doing this? Playing Toni Storm, the return of Toni Storm. This isn't real, Renee. None of this is real. Toni Storm is not real.
Toni Storm is not real. Wait, what?
The fans disagree.
Toni Storm is not real, guys. She's a figment of your imagination.
Play the role of Toni Storm? Okay. Why don't you play the Toni Storm who gave her heart to a woman who used her for her gold? No. Why don't you play the Toni Storm whose most memorable moment was bleeding and crying in my hands?
That's real, Raw Apollo. That's super real.
Toni Storm, who walked out of Wembley Stadium and Japan and Mexico because she couldn't touch me. You can play whatever Toni Storm you'd like. The ending stays the same.
No, it doesn't.
To role play, because when you're this good, you don't change a thing. I am the woman from hell, and I always will be, and I will remind you for the rest of your life. Look now and never forget, for this is your AEW Women's World Champion.
Nice promo. Well done.
To back up that talk, but timeless Toni Storm is out for revenge in Brisbane. But fans, we have so many great tag teams here in All Elite Wrestling. Let's hear from a couple of names we haven't heard from in a while.
Like the promo.
First-time champions for these young kids. We don't necessarily like the way they approach their business.
Hey, the Guns.
We can't deny what they've become. We demand respect. We are the best.
Oh no, did Private Party disappear? No, they did the thing where you lose and then we just don't see you for like a month. It's the Guns. Man, they look like they're working out. Getting buffed up. Looks like a music video. Mini Man. They were listening to Mini Man on the song in the car. Guns up. Okay, that's cool right there. That's cool.
Fans coming up this Saturday night on Collision. The cold-hearted handsome devil Hook and Samoa Joe will team up to face Nick Wayne and Kip Sabian.
Yeah, the Guns. I'm glad they're back, man. Well, I'm glad they're coming back.
Continue in the learning tree. Chris Jericho and the Bad Apple Brian Keith take on the Outrunners this Saturday night.
But they were off because of injury, from what I know. Timeless Toni Storm is on Collision. TNT 3-way. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah, I like that video for the guns right there. It probably should have been Danny Garcia, Adam Cole, and Shane Taylor himself, based off of the way that whole interaction came together. Maybe they're saving Adam Cole for later, for the pay-per-view, maybe, or for Grand Slam. Maybe it'll be Daniel Garcia versus Adam Cole for the TNT title.
But we're going to celebrate first because we are classy gentlemen who conduct business, not personal. I would like to.
Yeah, maybe that's what they're up to. Maybe they're buying their time. That also give Danny Garcia a good excuse for losing. You know how Tony Khan likes to give people excuses for losing. So maybe that would be how Garcia loses the title to Adam Cole, is that he's just so beat up from doing a triple threat that he's just not at 100%, and Adam Cole just strikes while the iron is hot. We are the Hurt Syndicate, and we won the title, and now we're not on the show, except for this pre-taped little 30-second spot. Literally the hypest thing in your company right now. You don't even put them on the show after they win the title. I just don't get it, dude. What's the thinking behind this?
Tickets for this and other can't-miss AEW events all month long are on sale now at AEWTIX.com.
The team they beat is not on the show. The team that just won the titles is not on the show. Tony Storm is not on the show. The biggest events of your entire last week have no representation on your main event, on your main show the week afterwards. I don't get it, dude. Besides the Kenny Omega and Ospreay thing, that was another one of the biggest events. So at least that got some representation, but that percentage is not very good. Sounds like they're going to be doing an open challenge. Then they should have came out here and done it. They should have came out here and done it and just had some team step up and just get smashed real quick. At least the crowd would have got some Hurt Syndicate. We would have seen them looking like $1 million with their new title, their first defense, and they just destroy some people and they hurt people. So whoever challenges them gets hurt, like not for real hurt, but like fake hurt. They should have done that. Could have shaved at least 4 minutes off of one of these other matches that we saw tonight, and just given it to the Hurt Syndicate for a little bit. What'd you say? What did he say? I'm gonna tap into more of the Austin Gunn charisma. I hope so, man. I like that video. And I do think that the open challenge is a good idea for what they should be doing next. I just wish they would have kicked it off tonight. Because this is the hot, like, that's the iron is hot right now, you know. They just won the titles. This would have been a good way for them to just smash somebody again. And then maybe show a team backstage that's watching and being like, like maybe they have an idea of how to beat them, but they're not going to challenge yet. They're going to wait and see how other people are fighting them and what they're like, what mistakes they're making. So we see a team in the back that's watching on the TV. Maybe it's all dark in the room and you can only see like the back of their heads, and they're watching the Hurt Syndicate on the screen, and they're like, and then it's like a little quick 2-minute match, 3-minute match where the Hurt Syndicate just lays waste to some team. And then you could have that ominous feeling like, oh, there's somebody who's out to get the Hurt Syndicate. Who could it be? Who thinks they got what it takes? And then you could build that, something like that. Instead of just, we're going to fight people. We just beat these guys. We're going to fight people. Are any storylines you think AEW has booked lazily? Yeah, this right here. I think that they put titles on people and they're not really thinking about what happens next until they have to. Until it's like, oh yeah, by the way, we haven't used this guy. I think they need to have a plan before they take titles off of people. For both wrestlers, for whoever just lost the title and for whoever just won it. It seems like they either have a little bit of a plan for the person who wins it and no plan for the person who lost it, so they just leave that person off TV for weeks at a time to try to like wash the loss off of them somehow. It's like, that's not how you get somebody back over. You gotta start right away. Stop hiding. Stop being scared.
The Alpha Kanosuke Takeshita, undoubtedly a phenomenal athlete, but you want to talk about phenomenal. Will Ospreay, a gutsy victory to kick off our broadcast earlier tonight over the Machine, Brian Cage, but that was not where the story ended. The Don Callis family descending.
There we go.
On the ring, descending on
Hey, thank you guys for the likes, by the way. Let's see if we hit 20 yet. We can do a prediction. We did. We hit 20 likes. Oh, yeah. We got it. All right, so we're doing a prediction for the final match here. Mercedes Mone versus Yuka. Who will win?
Laying by Fletcher and Takeshita, but coming up in just over 2 weeks, Grand Slam Australia, the Dream Team will be in action. Ospreay and Omega face the Alpha and the Aussie Arrow. Grand Slam Australia.
No, stop. No. Okay.
Still had so much more action earlier tonight.
Okay, I got it. They need another version of the Continental Classic. They should just yeah, you gotta make it look like they're hungry to get their title back, and they're not just disappearing and tucking their tail between their legs. That's whack, dude. And you can tell it's just because, oh, you lost, so let's have the crowd forget you lost instead of like actually starting right away to build them back up or to show that they have that fire in their, that fire of competition in them. They just make them disappear because that's lazy. That's super lazy, man. And that way, once they show up again in like a month and a half, they'll get a pop from the crowd, and that's like, oh, okay, cool, we did a good job, we built them. No, you didn't. The crowd's just happy to see somebody again who was just champion like a month ago, and you did nothing with them. Yeah, and show the person is like more locked in than ever now because they realize that they have something to work on. I feel like that's a lot more relatable than just having people disappear. Because then you get that lazy pop where you didn't do anything for it except for just leave the person off TV. It's Diona.
And it would have been me if it wasn't for Harley Cameron.
It's Diona and Taya.
Harley, you love sticking your balloons where they don't belong. You know what, Taya? This world wasn't built for women like us. And that is exactly why we need to take what we think we deserve. So, Harley, now you belong to the vendetta. Saturday. We're coming to collect.
Get him. Okay, Harley. This is Harley's chance to win. This is Harley's chance to win, man. CEO. I mean, there's always going to be people that don't get used on any roster. I'm not saying that if there are people sitting in the back eating catering that that's a bad thing. Yeah, that's fine, but I've noticed a pattern where it's like, as soon as you lose, you disappear. And it's the lazy way of building somebody back up, is just leaving them off TV for a month and a half, and then they get a return, and then they get a pop from the crowd, and now you feel vindicated because you're like, the crowd cheered for him. See, they're back, baby. It's like, what? You didn't do anything. The crowd is cheering for them because they liked them. That's why they were probably your champion to begin with. It's Captain America Mone. Captain Mone. CEO. CEO. La 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 la. All right, the poll is open, guys. Get your prediction in here now on YouTube if you'd like for it to count. Yeah, they should just spread out the Continental Classic throughout the year. It's time, guys. Yuka's song is so funny to me. Do I have her? I do. Look, we got Yuka. We have a command for Yuka in here. I think it's just exclamation mark Yuka. There it is. We got those. Let's go, Yuka. This is like the only match tonight that I actually want to be a good match. The rest of them, I'm like, dude, come on, just get it done, get it over. You know who's winning. Sent you the video from HK's Twitter. Nice, dude. Thank you. The challenger. Oh boy. Alright, let's put a prediction on this. GMV, what's up, man? Welcome.
Massachusetts. She is the reigning and defending TBS champion, the CEO,
Mercedes Money.
I guess Huntsville's not a fan of people from Boston. Jeez.
Let's go with this. Let's make it so you guys gotta subscribe to talk. Seeing the troll element making a bunch of accounts to get up in here and just talk trash. You're not even watching the show. Apparently the show is so boring to you that you're making fake accounts to come in here and talk trash. Like, if this was the best show, I know why you're mad too, because you think I'm a hater on AEW. You're mad, but look at what you're doing with your time. Instead of watching the show, you're making fake accounts to come in here and troll. Like, so is the show really that entertaining, or am I? The title's on the line, so you know what time. It's time to light it up. Let's go. Let's get it. All right, predictions are open on YouTube, and now they're about to be open on Twitch. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Side headlock applied here.
Yeah, the CEO in control of Yuka Sakazaki. Yuka sending Mercedes off to the rope, shoulder tackle, but Mercedes dropping down Yuka Sakazaki.
Okay, I'll put Yuka first.
Mercedes has a size advantage on her opponent.
That's true.
And Mone. All right, you have 2 minutes on the prediction on Twitch, guys. Twitch predictions are open.
Yuka dropped her shoulder, and look at that little CEO dance from Yuka. Well, guys, as you know, 20-minute time limit. The time is always on the
I almost made you stop watching. Stop watching what?
9 minutes before the top of the hour. We're going to stay with this match as long as it takes. We're up to the 20-minute time limit.
Sounds great. Went for an arm drag, nobody home.
I just find it super funny when people are like, they're upset with me about like just putting together some constructive criticism about a company that they like. It's supposed to be the best wrestling show on the planet, right? But you're in here creating fake accounts to try to troll me during the show. It's like, what? Kind of think you got a little bit of time on your hands and you're using it to do anything but watch the show.
Mercedes is red hot right now.
Predictions are open on Twitch, guys. Get them in now if you can.
Woman in the division right
Light it up. Kelly knows. J-Rock knows. Strange knows. Super Mario knows. Exactly, Super Mario. That's what love is about. If you love something, you want to see it succeed. You don't want to see it die just because it like falls in line with your likes. It's like you marry a really pretty girl and then you just make her like super fat so she can't leave you. Just because you're like, okay, well at least it's mine. It's like, no, you should want to see what you love succeed and be healthy and happy and stuff. Shouldn't be so selfish that you want to keep something exactly the way you want it just because you feel like you own something now. You should want to see it succeed and flourish.
I'm telling you, the high energy is what brings Yuka her success.
As is the high-risk offense as Yuka now climbing to the top rope.
Now she'll never cheat on me. I made her 500 pounds. And I keep her in the house at all times. Yeah, good job, man.
Mercedes put some distance between herself and the challenger.
Now, let's not forget, Yuka was out 147 days with a broken leg, so a high-risk maneuver I didn't think was in her game plan.
Your show? It's like when your buddy always complains about a restaurant. Oh, I almost made you stop watching my show or AEW. Which one are you talking about?
That's right. That was big-time impact right there. The back of the head of Yuka really hit the outside here really hard. And obviously no remorse or sympathy from Mercedes, which I think is the right thing. Look, she's mocking now, the magical girl. Look at this.
What is this? She's running Yuka around the ring.
Magical. See? Yeah, that's all. I'll just work alone here. Please do.
Oh my goodness. Slap the chest of Yuka. Mercedes is in full control right now.
Sorry, dude. Don't stop.
Up, yep. Christopher knows what time it is. We got the pyro. The title's on the line.
At least 3.
I wish these two would have had a little bit of like a interaction on this show before this match.
Remember, Yuka had a very physical match at our homecoming in Jacksonville this past Saturday night. It was a 4-way match as well.
Do I think Mercedes will ever lose a TBS title? Probably not until she beats whatever Jade's record was. Does anybody know what Jade Cargill's record was?
Oh my God! Damn. Mercedes double knees to the midsection. Now the leg hooked as Yuka really had to kick the.
Like I know she was undefeated forever, but I'm talking about what was her title reign with the TBS title? Like how long did it last?
She's as physical as anybody, Taz.
You're correct. That's exactly right, Shivani. She really is. And she is, she is like Excalibur pointed out, she is not loaded with size.
373 days. Okay, so I wonder what Mercedes is at right now.
Those are the worst shots, the ones you just don't see coming.
Yeah, Yuka got rocked by that one. Trying to kick at the knee, but Mercedes the stomp.
No, I'm talking about like how long it was. Like how long was the title reign? Like how many days? Super Mario is saying 373 days was Jade's. So that's over a year. I wonder what Mercedes is at now, though.
Not gonna win many matches that way, but it just shows.
Pretty sure Tony Khan is just trying to wait until she's past that point. That way they can erase Jade from like the record book, kind of. You know, Tony's kind of like that. Tony's got a vindictive bone in his body for sure. Oh my goodness. Yo, knees to the back of Yuka. I like it. Yeah, I'm not talking about the count of matches, though. I'm not talking about, like, the undefeated streak. I'm talking about how long she was holding the TBS title. That's what I'm saying that Mercedes is probably going to eclipse. Oh, yeah, for sure. We've already seen some of the stuff that Tony's willing to do to get his point across or to try to feel like he got back on somebody.
Our Dynamite main event continues live on TBS and streaming on Max. The magical girl, Yuka Sakazaki.
The magical girl.
CEO, the TBS champion.
But yeah, I think she was like 50-something and 0. 50-something and 1, basically.
For quite a while, and again, it goes back to the physicality that we have seen from the champion Mercedes since her arrival here in AEW. 13 wins without a loss.
Oh, Mercedes.
Oh my goodness.
Yuka with that knee strike, but Taz, we've seen it from the challenger. She can bring the physicality in her own right,
and she's tenacious. She can take punishment. Can Yuka?
What's this? Powerbomb? Oh no. Yuka reversed it into a Rana. I back. Donovan, welcome.
The champion a bit staggered by that, looking for the
Meteor. Oh my goodness. Ouch.
Blow a knee out right there. That was a tough impact on that low buckle.
As Yuka connects the Enziguri, once again stunning the CEO.
But a magical girl here.
Bring it.
What was that?
Take two. Do it again. Do it again. You got it, girl. Do it again.
Yuka gets her.
Oh, okay. Well, she just retried it. Yuka, missile drop kick off the top. The top kick.
A lot of pain, could barely get to her feet.
Correctamundo.
Yeah, from hitting that turnbuckle pad with that knee.
As now Yuka, look at this.
Ooh. Brainbusters. Who are you going to call?
Enough to put away the champ. Two. Mercedes, though, able to kick out.
No wasted motion by Yuka.
Yuka looking for that sliding lariat once again. She hits it.
Dang, man. That was vicious. Vicious sliding lariat from Yuka.
Multiple kickouts for the champion. That's a great way to become the new champion, to exhaust the champion, your opponent.
Yeah, remember, Mercedes Mone, she has not competed inside the ring since January 5th in Tokyo. So she doesn't have those in-ring reps, Taz. But right now, Mercedes, turning things around on Yuka, turns the corner.
Oh, it's time for the three amigos.
Exactly what you're looking for, and that, of course,
248 days for CEO. So yeah, I do think that Mercedes will lose the TBS title, but I think it'll be in. I think we got another like 6 months of this, which is not bad. I don't feel like there's anybody. I don't feel like there's a whole lot of people with the pizzazz and the presence of her that could be holding this anyway. Maybe Willow. I could see Willow with it. I would say Statlander, but she's so hit or miss. I don't know, man. Yuka's married to an AEW wrestler? Ooh. Where's Sky Blue? She's injured.
a lot of moves that disrespect, just walking over and then walking back over Yuka. A lot of showboat.
Luckily, she didn't injure her. Luckily, her cameraman isn't injured, and her fingers that she uses to sign Polaroid 8x10s is not injured. So she's still got. She's still providing her crowd with what they want. Takeshita? What? No way! I didn't know that. Takeshita? Dang, man. Bet she's just carrying her around in his, like, knapsack when they go on dates. He's a huge guy. She's real tiny.
Mercedes' turn with the late kick out. That's what a championship kick out is right there. This deep in the matchup. The title's
He's got her in, like, a fanny pack when they go on dates.
But now Yuka looking maybe for that big merry-go-round.
With that hammerlock, too.
Yeah, that arm is hammerlocked. Mercedes going for a spin, but Mercedes counters.
I did not know that. Oh, nice flip out. She flipped out of the moneymaker. That was a beautiful move by Yuka.
You saw that look of shock on the face of Mercedes. The CEO's in trouble.
Yeah, she got caught right in the jaw with that.
Polly Pocket. Yuka Pocket. Dang, okay. Two. Oh, Mercedes kicks out. Mercedes' outfit reminds you of MJF's when he was international champion. Reminds me of that. It also reminds me of Chelsea Green's outfit recently.
As now Yuka maybe burning some daylight here. She charges in. That's exactly what happened, Taz.
You're right. You are correct. Face first goes Yuka. CEO's back in control, maybe.
Ouch. Backstabber. Right into the bank statement.
Transitions over Yuka in the
Oh,
center
that
of the
hurts.
ring.
Middle of the ring.
Long way to go. She doesn't have that long of a reach either.
Yuka turns it into a pin.
Roll up, Mercedes forced to
Okay.
abandon ship. Swing and a miss by the champion. Yuka rolling elbow strike. Got all of that.
Mercedes is
And
down.
this is how Yuka did it this past Saturday. Collision. The roll up. No.
Dang. Mercedes able to get out of the incredible pinning combination there. They're letting them go over, too. I like this, man. Yeah, this has turned into a good match, for sure. And like I said, this is the one match tonight I actually wanted to be a good match. The rest of them, I was like, okay, I already know who's winning, so I hope they get it done with in a cool way, and we move on. This is the one match that I was like, okay, please just make this a good match, and it's delivering, man. This is not DiGiorno. This is delivering. Oh, that's one. That's two. Knees up. No. Yuka catching a knee.
Mercedes thinking one move ahead that time.
Oh, power bomb.
And Mercedes not done yet. Mercedes now bringing
Mercedes is a little stronger than she looks, isn't she? Done. Moneymaker. What's that in the ring over there? There you go. Mercedes retains. 85% of YouTube thought this would happen. You got it. Mercedes wins. What percentage of Twitch thought this would happen? Let me find out. 100%. Pretty much. Somebody put 10 on it, but, you know. There you go. You guys get to split it. It was a little sloppy here or there, RJ, but I did like it. There you go. That's that. That is Dynamite. And I fixed my setup to where now we shouldn't have issues again with the, I don't know, whatever happened there today. La, 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 la. 26K goes to J-Rock and 3 others. Congratulations. Man. Next time I hear Yuka is wrestling, I'm going to make sure to catch it. Yeah, she's not bad at all, man. And she's, I feel like she's just quirky enough for it to work, but not like overly strange with it. It fits. I like it. Surprised they didn't do more of the Hangman finding sword. Yeah, Joe Soup. That's actually a good point. That's a good point. I wonder where he went. Maybe they'll do a after show YouTube, like you know how they upload stuff afterwards? They upload the matches themselves to their YouTube channel. Maybe there'll be an exclusive where they actually found Hangman later, and he's because this crowd used to get 2 for 1. They used to get all of Dynamite, and they would get an episode of Rampage. So maybe to make up for that, they show them a little bit more now. And they're going to save some of that up to help their social media and YouTube and stuff. I think that would be kind of cool. Even my 10-point bet. Yeah, normally we don't want people to do that in here. Normally we want people to do at least 100, because when people start doing 10 and stuff, it looks like they're trying to steal the pot, you know? And then it just makes people look bad in the chat, because it's like, dang, somebody's trying to just game the system. We're supposed to be hanging out and having fun together as a community, and there's somebody trying to just like scoop the pot. It's like, ah. You think they taped Collision tonight? Oh no. Oh no. You want Camille back? Yeah, I mean that could be good, but I think they messed it up. I think they really messed it up. Let's have a little chat. Let's have a little review about this. All right, here we go. Oh, I still have this layout? Huh. Well, we can have the NXT layout for this review. We'll get it done with quickly so people don't have to stare at the NXT logo. I know how mad that makes some people. Oh my God, what? NXT? They're gonna beat Dynamite again? Oh no. All right. So with all of these things being seen and said and done tonight, I want to know what score you guys would give this episode of AEW Dynamite out of 10. Okay, it's between 1 and 10. 1 is the lowest, 10 is the highest. But there's a caveat. The highest score I will accept for this show is going to be an 8.4 out of 10. Okay, this is to alleviate people who just love AEW and it can do no wrong, and they'll give it a 10 every day, no matter what. That's what it's to alleviate. So 8.4 is the highest score possible. All right. Now, the lowest score possible is a 7.0. This is to alleviate any AEW haters who just think that nothing AEW does is good, and they can never give it a good score. They would give it a 1 all day if they could. 1 out of 10, 1 out of 10, 1 out of 10. They would never get up off of that. So that's what it is here for. It's not to limit you guys or to like stifle your creativity or how much you like the show. It's just to get everybody onto the same playing field, even the people who super love it and people who just really despise it. At least the people who don't like AEW at its core will have to at least admit to like a 7 to get the score in here and accepted. And then people who overly love AEW will have to at least understand that it's not a perfect show. It's not the best thing ever. So they got to at least bring it down to an 8.4 to get a score on there. But anywhere in between is golden. And this is something that I've come up with over thousands of episodes of this. And I've seen everything people try to do to finagle and move the score into the direction that they most want to see. And, you know, there's fanboys and fangirls everywhere. And then there's the opposite of that as well. So just please trust me on this. If you want your score to be accepted, please keep it between 7.0 at the lowest and 8.4 at the highest. And I want your score before the end of this song. They have Megan Bain now. Yeah. Where's she at? They showed like a little package of her showing up, and then that was it. Let's get it. Oh, yes. All right. It's time to boot up the Captivator and start putting everybody's scores in here. Everybody's scores who are within the allotted space are in. We got 7.6 from Joe Soup. Thank you, Joe Soup. 7.6. I got you. Christopher says 8.4. I got you as well, Christopher. Christopher just loves every single piece of this. I see you, man. Thank you, Christopher. Thank you, Joe Soup. Michael says 8.1. Thank you, Michael. And Dro says 8.2. Thank you, Dro. I got you. All right, so that's the YouTube side of things. Super Mario says 8.25592. It's a very particular score you got there. Thank you, Super Mario. Kelly says 7.78. Ooh. Very interesting. Very interesting score. Thank you, Kelly. Strange says, what is 7.7? Aha. 7.7. And he phrased it in the form of a question, so what's up? You got it. On top of that, we got Ringmaster with 7.6. Thank you, Ringmaster. And J-Rock with a very similar score, 7.59. Thank you, J-Rock. Rob Paulo with 7.85. Thank you, Rob Paulo. WB with a 7.57. Thank you. You got it, WB. And Jay's in the house with 7.5. I didn't see you during the show. Maybe I missed you. 7.5. You got it. Thank you. Thank you, Jay. And that's that. Okay. My score is going to be a 7.6 as well. This show felt very missable. I didn't see anything that was like What would your article be if you had to write a news story for this episode? What would you say? What would be your headline that you would that would make people click on your review of AEW Dynamite tonight? What would you say? I don't have anything. I try to think about these things as like as a content creator, like, oh, how can I grab people's attention with my headlines? How can I grab people's attention with my descriptions, my titles, my thumbnails? What would you put? People roll around the ring for longer than necessary and nothing really happens of note. And half the things you really want to talk about didn't even happen on the show or show up. Half the things that happened last week that actually got people buzzing about AEW weren't even on the show in any like meaningful way at all. What could you say? I'm going 7.6 because as a show, yeah, I could sit here and watch it, but could I recommend someone to sit through the entire show and be like, yo, this is going to make a fan out of somebody? I don't think this will make a fan out of anybody. I think this would legitimately make people like, oh, so wrestling is exactly what I thought it was. It's people wrestling all day and then barely anything of note happens during an episodic television show. The most interesting thing I saw was Hangman not being mad but kind of looking for Swerve. That was interesting to me because I think Swerve and Hangman, that's like tied for feud of the year. Maybe it is feud of the year. They did greatness with that. So there's still remnants of me caring about that storyline that interests me in the new part. Mone versus Magic Girl. Yeah. So like that would be your headline. Mone versus Magic Girl. You know? And that match got kind of overshadowed by the fact that every match was overly competitive tonight. If that would have been the best match of the night, like, now it was the best match of the night, but if it would have been the best match of the night in terms of them booking it that way, and every other match would have taken a step back in like how competitive they were and let that match stand out as the one of the night, then yeah, it could be even better. But instead, they made every match overly competitive. And so by the time that match hit the screen, it already has a lot of stuff going against it because the crowd wasn't as hype as normal. I would venture to say this crowd wasn't as hype as you would normally hear. Okay, I could feel that. On top of that, that match doesn't get to stand out quite as the Mone match doesn't get to stand out as much because you let everybody have a good match tonight. So it's like, it doesn't even make the match look as special as it probably was in comparison. So yeah, that would have to be your, out of everything, if that's your attention grabbing headline, I really don't think that, like, that should let you know where the show was at. It's something that's like, yeah, it's cool for if you want to see that, but it's not anything that's enough to really gather the right amount of attention to write a whole wrestling article about a show with that as the headline. I don't know if that makes sense, but you see the things that grab attention. It's like, oh my God, Jacob Fatu kills Braun Strowman and he's bleeding all over the place or whatever. You know, things like that. It's like, what? Jacob did what? Meaningful things. This show felt very much like a pre-taped Dynamite or like a Rampage, or I'm not gonna say it felt like no, you know, it didn't feel like a Rampage, but it felt like a step above a Rampage in terms of it being meaningful to watch. Like, we didn't move anything, nothing moved along tonight, and to me, that's one of the things that'll always get a lower score to me is when a show feels like they took my time but didn't reward my investment. They didn't reward me caring about the show. So I don't know. I don't think that we got enough of the things that people were actually looking forward to besides Mercedes versus Yuka. And I feel like a lot of things that people were actually talking about that got some buzz behind them for the last week were left at very minuscule representation tonight. And I feel like also from yesterday till tomorrow, the entire story of AEW did not move along. I feel like we're in the exact same spot with with maybe the Death Riders thing helping, but that was something that wasn't even taped for the show. That was something that is put on the show that was somewhat answering a little bit of the question people have about the Death Riders. So the forward momentum of that storyline was completely encompassed within run-ins, post-match beatdowns, and then the most meaningful part of that was a pre-taped interview with Renee. So and something that you didn't have to watch the show to see. So I just feel like this show was very meaningless in the grand scheme of like knowing the story of AEW and where we're going next. It felt kind of reserved and left out this stuff. So I'm going 7.6. 7.6 is not a bad score. And the reason it's even getting this score is because the wrestling was really good tonight. I did enjoy a lot of it, and I think that there were moments that they could have exited the premises on these matches and ended the match and still got the exact same outcome, but left time for other things to develop or other people to talk or other stars to show up. Or they could have just allotted a little more time from the leftovers of those matches. If they shaved 2 minutes off this one, 2 minutes off that one, 2 minutes off that one, you could have had 6 more minutes for Mercedes and Yuka, you know? So, oh yeah, I like wrestling too. That's why I'm saying I'm giving this a 7.6, because when it came to the wrestling on the show, they delivered, man. They absolutely delivered. But it wasn't a great follow-up to the things that actually caught buzz that they created last week. It was like it's like they're skipping a beat and they're going to do it next week, which is understandable because the closer they get to Grand Slam, they probably want to save some of that. But I just feel like you need to create momentum. You can't be thinking that far ahead when people are actually feeling kind of hype about what you're doing. You should follow up with that, especially when you're in a colder period with less crowd interaction, less ticket sales, less viewership, things like that. When you find something that's working and that people are actually excited to see, you follow up with that. You know, follow up with the things that people are telling you wasn't really establishing much momentum or enthusiasm. And that's what we got tonight. Just a show that did not move much forward. It's like an episode, you know how those episodes of like Breaking Bad where you could tell they ran out of the budget, so they just have a episode where Walter White is like chasing a fly around the lab and like cleaning the lab, and the whole plot of it is that. It's like that felt like this. Like, yeah, it's entertaining, but in the grand scheme of things, are we going anywhere? Did this mean anything? It might be fun to watch because you like the characters and things, because you like seeing the inventive camera angles maybe, but I don't know, man. It's just like it's not going to rank as like the highest episode or anything. Although I do feel like people care about that episode too. I think a lot of it just has to do with the attachment to the characters. But hey, it happened. It happened. I'm not making it up. That actually did happen. They ran out of budget for the season, and so they made a whole episode about like Walter White chasing a fly. And there's even a theory that the episode happened in his head and it was a dream. Like it's that inconsequential that there's like a whole theory that episode didn't even really happen. That's this episode of Dynamite. Yeah, I liked it, but did it even really happen? I don't know. You tell me your theory. All right, so everyone's score added up to 101.74592. We're going to divide that by every score we got, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 scores. 10, 11, 12, 13. I believe it's 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. Okay. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 scores. Yes, exactly. Thank you, everybody who scored. Put some hype in the chat for yourself. You guys we broke 100 together, and we broke 10 scores as well. That's awesome. So 101.74592 divided by 13 scores equals 7.8266092307692231. Wow, it's a very long number. And it's a very particular number. But it's just a long way of saying they got the point. Let's hit them with the point. Weird episode of Breaking Bad. Yeah, like I said, there's a whole theory that the episode didn't even really happen. It's fun to watch, yeah, but if there's a theory that an episode of your show didn't even happen, it's kind of like maybe that episode wasn't very meaningful, because if you can justify the episode not existing, then maybe it doesn't mean much. Maybe it didn't really check in quite right. So now Dynamite is tied with Power. Ooh, look at this. This is good stuff. Keep in mind, this season ends after the Royal Rumble goes off the air this Saturday night. We will be giving our scores for the Royal Rumble, and then we'll be seeing where Raw and SmackDown, where they land, and we'll be seeing who's getting gold, silver, and bronze trophies for the season, and then we will be resetting everybody's scores back to 0. So the first show that will have a chance to score after that will be, unless there's a tie, because if there's a tie, then it goes to sudden death. But overall, it'll probably be Raw that has the first chance to get a point. But everybody pretty much gets an even chance, especially because of special episodes and things like that. There are things like Dynamite and there are things like Dynamite and NXT that have these like special episodes that they're almost like mini pay-per-views. So they get these extra chances here or there to really stack up and stack on points because they're presented that way. So we'll have to see what comes of the next season as well. But I hope everybody will be part of that season as well. It's going to be fun. Still need to update the Raw logo. That's true, but I'm not going to do that right now. We'll do that later. There you guys have it. So the breakdown, the shakedown is that right now we do not know who's winning this season. It might look like you know, but there's things that could happen on Friday, Saturday, and depending on what happens Friday and Saturday, we could have ties, and those ties could also make it to where as soon as we reset the points, we're still in a sudden death situation where someone's trying to go for gold, and we're trying to find out who's going to win it and who's going to have silver and who will be bronze after that. So it's still very interesting, but it's very, very close at the top, and there's a gap there that I feel is going to be very interesting next season as well to see how those things turn out, because Dynamite and Collision have been ramping up their momentum. They've been scoring pretty consistently during the last couple weeks, especially since the Hammerstein. I feel like the momentum is ramping up and people's enjoyment and the scores are getting higher. So if that momentum can travel into the next season, they might start off hotter than anybody. Because in terms of difference of opinion and difference of scores, we're seeing very similar scores from last season for things like Raw and SmackDown and NXT. But there is a ramp up for Dynamite, Collision, and also NWA Power that are absolutely showing that the momentum is building at the end of the season here. So if that can keep going, and if Raw and SmackDown and NXT continue to be as consistent, we could see a change at the top there. We'll have to find out, though. It's up to you guys. Like I said, this is one of the best wrestling review shows, if not the best wrestling review show, because you guys' opinions matter, you guys' scores matter, and I take them into account. So it's not just my score. My score accounts for one score, just like everybody else's in here. So you guys matter just as much as I do in the grand scheme of, and that's how it should be, because it's all opinion. It's all a subjective look at things. Unless we're talking about raw numbers and things like that, then that's where it gets a little bit more objective about who's doing better in this category and this graph or whatever. But most of what we do here is just about how well did you enjoy the show, how well did they present the stars, Are you excited about next week's episode based off of this one? Are you excited enough to do some fantasy booking your own? And we're having conversations about that. I think those shows, that makes this super duper fun because there's multiple minds who are all engaging at once to find out what the score is and what this grapple chat is going to turn out like. So thank you guys very, very much. Thank you for being part of this. You were a little late, Donovan. That's why your 7.0 was not added in. You gotta do it during the song, man. And also make sure that you're up to date, because Donovan, this is what keeps happening with you, I believe, is that you're getting far behind the stream because you're like doing something else, or maybe your stream is lagging or something. So you're becoming like minutes behind the stream. So you're minutes behind us. Just every now and then, just check at the bottom of the screen where it says live. And tap on that live button. It's below the progress bar where it's showing you how far along you are in the stream. Make sure you tap the where it says live, and it'll put you right on time to where you're not behind anymore, because that keeps happening with you. So I just need for you to like keep that in mind, so I don't have to keep explaining it over and over again. And that way I can always count on, okay, he knows what's up. He's hearing what I'm saying, and we're not leaving you out of these things, because it does hurt me to have to leave people out of things because they're mad late. And then if I leave you out, or if I re-add you in, then I got to re-add in somebody else who shows up late. And then it just becomes this domino effect where now the rules don't matter because I'm doing it for everybody. And that's not going to be a successful show, you know? I'm not going to be able to keep things tight if I'm adhering the rules differently to different people and stuff, and I got to keep track of, I told him I'd do it on this day, you know. Let's just make sure that you're always clicking live, man. Always click live. That way we can make sure that you're on time with us, and that way you can always make sure that you're going to be as involved with the conversation as possible, and I don't have to feel bad for maybe leaving you off of one of these episodes, because I don't want to do that. But if your score shows up 5 minutes later than everybody else's, I can't be like, oh yeah, I'll just do it. So just make sure you tap the live, okay? Yeah, I understand, Christopher. I'm not saying that he's doing anything wrong. If he's watching AEW, I don't want the excuses either. I don't want to know. I really don't want anybody to make excuses. Just make sure you're as live as you can be. And that way, when I ask for your scores, I just get them, because if I start listening to excuses, I got to listen to everybody's excuses. It was raining outside. It was cold. My car is not starting. Like, I understand, dude. Life happens. I'm just saying, if you want your score to matter, try to be here live on time, and make sure that you're actually tapping that live when you see that you're not live. When it's not lit up red, you're not live. So tap that. That way I don't have to sit here and explain this over and over again, or that way I don't have to sit here and leave you out, because I don't want to leave you out. So and every time that because I've had to tell you this probably like 10 times at this point. That's why I'm bringing it up, because I don't want to have to do it 11, 12, 13, because it's all that's going to happen is that I'm going to keep explaining it. You're going to keep not doing it, and it's just going to keep on happening, you know? So I'm trying to make it fair and square so that you know what's going on and why your score didn't count tonight. That's it. I want you included. I want everyone to have a score in on this. I don't want to leave anybody out. And the only way I can make sure that happens is to tell you, make sure you're live. Okay? Anything, I was late because my foot is itchy or whatever. Like, when I have to start sifting through excuses and things, that's when it just becomes too much. Nobody's doing this anyway. Nobody's letting you guys' scores matter. You're just watching people do reviews, and they just tell you, oh, the show sucked because I say so, and that's it. Or the show rocked because I say so, and that's it. And then they tell you why they thought it was good or why they thought it was bad, and that's it. It's not like they go, oh, and now what did you think in the chat, you know? They don't do that. This is the show where everybody's scores matter exactly the same. Everybody gets one score. So just make sure that you make it easy on me, because I'm doing something that most people are not going to do. They're not going to really take your score and make it matter as much as theirs, or do a review show like this. So just make it easy on me. That way I can include as many people as possible. And that's how we got to do it. Thank you guys so much for being part of this, and make sure that you guys get back in here. We're doing TNA Impact tomorrow, and we're doing the Nitty Gritty tomorrow as well, which is my gaming and entertainment talk show where I show you the newest game trailers, movie trailers, behind the scenes, making of footage, It's like a little mini E3 I do every single Thursday. And there may be some other surprises as well. But make sure you get to my Twitch channel if you guys want to be part of that, because on Twitch, I'm actually able to show you guys full movie trailers. We watched 10 minutes of the Batman last night with no problems. And if I did that on YouTube, I'd have been clipped and cut. Like Batman would have came for me and kicked down my door if I would have done that on YouTube. I'd have seen Robert Pattinson kick my door down, and he would have been like, "I'm vengeance. Copyright vengeance." He would have came and grabbed me by my shirt, and it would not have been as cool as it was on Twitch. So get to my Twitch channel. Come on over here, guys. And if you want to continue hanging out with me tonight, same thing applies. Twitch.tv/Gritty Urban Saga, okay? Twitch.tv/Gritty Urban Saga. That is where I'm going to be residing, and this is where the stream is going to reside for the remainder of this evening. And we're live right now. We're not going anywhere. We're not going offline. YouTube will not be online, but Twitch is continuing the stream as if nothing happened. No road bumps, speed bumps, none of that. So get on over here, guys. Twitch.tv/Gritty Urban Saga. If you have not already clicked like and you're allergic to Twitch, please leave a like on your way out. I'll see you guys next time. But everybody on Twitch, stick around, because we're not done yet. But that was the chat.